And then next to her is Kathy Phillips, our treasurer. Thank you. And Cindy is also here. She has our logo on, as you can see there, HLAA logo. And she's also our board member at large and also our fiscal officer, assisting us with our finances as well. So I'm going to go ahead. Does everyone know how to use Google Meet features on the bottom of the screen as well as to the right on the bottom? Does anyone have any questions before I move it on to Paula? No? Okay. Okay, well, I will go ahead and move it on, Paula. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Teresa. I'm Paula Sutton. I'm co-founder and also board member at large of the Hearing Loss Association of America Indianapolis Chapter. And our speaker today is Riley Ellingsen, CEO and co-founder of HeARsight. Riley is a native of Coeur d'Alene College, where he earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in biochemistry, biophysics, and molecular biology. He then moved to South Bend, Indiana, to continue his education at the University of Notre Dame, where he earned a Master's of Science degree in engineering, science and technology, entrepreneurship. That's abbreviated ESTEEM, or ESTEAM. Riley is passionate about the intersection of health sciences, innovative technologies, and entrepreneurship. While at Notre Dame, he co-founded 2 startups, including his current venture, HeARsight, which is developing augmented reality accessibility technology for individuals who are deaf hearing. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Riley Ellingsen.
Thank you, Paula, and I appreciate the introduction, and I apologize for the both of my degrees are mouthfuls, and so you got through them well, and I think my parents still don't even know what all of them were, so I apologize for all of the acronyms. But thanks everyone for making time this evening to listen to me and to learn about HeARsight. I'm really excited to talk to your group, especially because of the Indiana connection. I'm here in South Bend right now. Have called South Bend home for the last couple of years, so it's exciting to get to meet people who are kind of more local. So I will go ahead and jump into my presentation. I should take somewhere around 20 minutes to kind of walk through HeARsight, and then I'm happy to do Q&A for the rest of the time and answer any questions that you might have. Just give me 1 second while I get the PowerPoint up. Let's see. Can everyone see this okay?
Yes.
Yep. Awesome.
Yes.
All righty. So before I kind of jump into everything, just a little bit about Danny, my co-founder, and I. So at HeARsight, our mission is to empower people who are deaf and hard of hearing with innovative solutions that contribute to better speech comprehension and an improved quality of life. So our first product is a transcription application that pairs with augmented reality glasses to provide real-time subtitles in a heads-up display. And HeARsight was founded at the University of Notre Dame, where Danny and I met, both in the Esteem program and where the university called us to be a force for good in the world. So the idea for HeARsight came from my co-founder, Danny. At the time, he had been dating a woman for about 4 years who was born deaf and used cochlear implants and hearing aids most of her life. And during the pandemic, they really realized how reliant she was on lip reading as a visual aid to speech comprehension. And so with the widespread masking, it made that obviously very difficult, something maybe some of you have faced yourself. And so Danny came from a software engineering background, and one night when they were watching a movie with subtitles on, thought, you know, why can't we take this off the screen and bring it into real life? So that was kind of the genesis for the idea behind HeARsight. And then ever since Danny and I met, we've been working on trying to take it from just that idea to reality. So in the time since, we've added a few people to our team. So we're happy to have McKinnon Galloway as our marketing advisor. She's deaf and has built somewhat of a brand for herself on Instagram, advocating for deaf and hard of hearing assistive technologies. We also have on our engineering team, Connor O'Rourke and Nick Hager. And then we have my sister, who's kind of our social media manager. So the way we like to phrase the problem here is taking a look at some of the numbers. So the World Health Organization estimates that there are around 420 million people who have hearing loss requiring some degree of rehabilitation. Yet estimates for the number of people who get tested are closer to 99 million, and then those who actually get treated closer to 77 million. So this presents a large treatment gap here, and that's kind of what we're interested in tackling. So we don't really see HeARsight as a replacement to other assistive technologies like hearing aids or cochlear implants, but really just kind of a complementary device that provides a visual aid that those devices don't. So I think there's a lot of reasons behind that treatment gap, but generally we would sort of classify them into stigmas associated with certain devices that are already available, as well as with hearing loss itself, in addition to limited usability of some of those technologies, and then also the expense of some of those devices. So our vision is that HeARsight will empower people who are deaf and hard of hearing to feel more included in social settings, perhaps pursue new career opportunities, and or return to careers that they may have had to step away from, strengthen and maintain relationships, and generally just navigate life with some enhanced confidence and independence. So there's a variety of other speech-to-text or transcription applications available, and some of these here on the little mock-up you might be familiar with. So, in general, I think some of the challenges that these types of applications present are that they require you to really be looking at the screen on your phone, which kind of removes you from conversations and creates a little bit of a disruption to the natural flow of communication. So our objectives when we went to build HeARsight were to focus on three main things. So not wanting to sacrifice on accuracy, wanting to prioritize user comfort for the glasses, and then prioritize ease of use. So we wanted it to be something that's very simple to get up and running, because when you find yourself in an environment where HeARsight might be beneficial and need kind of that extra assistance from the subtitles, we didn't want you to have to say, bear with me for 5 minutes while I get this all up and running. So wanting to make that startup process kind of as seamless as possible. So how HeARsight works, basically we have our transcription app, and then it pairs with some partners' glasses or hardware. So for our app, step one would basically be to create an account on our website and choose the appropriate subscription plan that's right for you. Next would be to purchase those companion glasses from our hardware partner. Then to download HeARsight onto your smartphone. It will be available on both Android and iOS devices. And then the fourth step would just be to pair the glasses and start using them. So like I mentioned when I was kind of describing our objectives behind what we were building, this is just a quick video showing screen recording of the app in use. So we wanted it to be everything contained within one app. So we didn't want there to be a separate app that you had to open to get the glasses set up. So all of that works right within our app. It's just one click to pair the AR glasses. And then for conversation logs, which we've found to be really valuable for folks, as soon as you hit stop to end the transcription, those conversations are automatically going to be logged temporarily, and then you'll be prompted with the choice to save them or discard them. So everything, again, basically one click to do everything all within one app. Our plan is to ultimately offer a variety of different augmented reality glasses and have compatible applications for various glasses. But when we looked at what we wanted to go to market with, so for our first product, we ended up deciding to partner with a company called Active Look, and they make these glasses called NGO glasses. So I may refer to them as Active Look or NGO, but I'm using those to describe the same thing. So NGO glasses are designed to be on the go. So they're actually designed for kind of sports or active applications, but we find that to be beneficial for folks who are deaf or hard of hearing too, because you guys are also on the go and life is dynamic. So it gives you the ability to take the transcriptions with you and really gives you that freedom from having to look at a phone. The second really advantageous part about these glasses is that they're completely wireless. So you don't have any cords or wires that might get tangled up in hearing aids or cochlear implants. And the battery life lasts about 12 hours. So it gives you a lot of flexibility to use them for most of the day without having to recharge. And then the final piece is that comfort objective that we had. So these glasses are extremely lightweight and weigh just about 13 grams. So they're much more comfortable than some other augmented reality glasses that are available on the market. They don't put as much kind of pressure and weight on the nose bridge that can cause discomfort over long periods of use. This is just walking through how to set up and pair the glasses and start using them.
Do you want to get a drink too?
So we're planning on launching our first product in the next couple of weeks and still finalizing some of these details, but I wanted to give you an idea for kind of what we're thinking for our model. So again, wanting to keep things simple, we're looking at one simple plan that you can choose between either monthly or annual billing. If you choose the annual option, you get a little bit of a discount there with basically 2 months free. The plan would come with 20 hours per month of transcription time that is accrued. So it would roll over month to month. So in months that you use less, that would just show up as credits in the future, and you would never lose any of that time. The AR mode, or the pairing with the augmented reality glasses, is included in that, as well as the conversation log. So basically all of the features of the app all included in one plan. The monthly would be priced at about $14.99 a month, including a 7-day free trial. And then the annual, like I said, is basically 2 months free. So $149.99 per year with a 2-week free trial on that for new subscribers. So a little bit of, I guess, a timeline to show kind of where we're at. So when we were looking at which hardware we wanted to partner with, we did some A/B testing with actually the HLAA Lincoln Park chapter in Chicago. So we were testing a couple of different AR glasses with our app to see what people preferred. And by and large, the Active Look glasses won out. So then we decided to form a partnership with Active Look. And then we started our beta test for Active Look. So we have about, I believe, around 1,400 people on our wait list right now. So those folks got the opportunity to join our beta test, which started for the Android app in November and then the iPhone app in December. So we had people who purchased the glasses, and then we provided our app for free, and they gave us lots of feedback. And so I think now we've released 7 new versions of the app. So it's improved dramatically since the beginning of that. So we really appreciate all of their efforts to help us refine the product. And then now, like I mentioned, we're looking to launch the Active Look compatible app in the next couple of weeks. So it's kind of an exciting time for us. And with that, people have been asking recently if they can kind of join the beta testing. Since we're wrapping that up, we thought the other opportunity might be to just provide early access. So if that's of interest to anyone, you can scan this QR code and fill out a form, and then we'll follow up to coordinate how that'll actually work. But that's an option there, and I can come back to that. So if you need another second, but yeah, that's kind of the overview of HeARsight, but I'm happy to answer any questions that anyone has. And yeah, again, thank you for your time this evening.
Okay. Thank you so much, Riley. That's quite interesting. We do have a question. I have one as well. We'll start with Julie. Julie Benson is asking, how much are the glasses?
Yeah, the glasses are retail from our partner at $299.95, including taxes and shipping. So,
okay. The question I have, when someone is facing you and you are wearing the glasses, do they actually see the captioning across your lens or no?
No, not really. Sometimes, depending on like the ambient light in the room or yeah, really that you can see maybe a little bit of like light, but you're not going to actually see the words themselves.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Ted is asking, could the AR glasses work over my personal glasses?
Yes, they do. I don't know that I would say I necessarily recommend it. That's what I personally have to do. So I think what that question is kind of getting at is like, are these compatible with prescription lenses for folks who need corrective or vision correction? And these glasses themselves, the Active Look glasses, this Engo model, they're not. We're currently working. Active Look's working on a new version of glasses that does offer prescription compatibility, so we'll be compatible with those when they come out. But the current version is not. You can, if you're willing to wear 2 sets of glasses, it works, but I would definitely say it's not ideal. So we definitely recognize that that's a need for a lot of folks. So we're working on that in the next release.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. John Taylor has his hand up. John?
Actually, I thought I lowered it because someone else asked my question.
Oh, okay. And Kathy has her hand up.
Okay, I had a question about the color of the lens. I mean, not the lens, but the front. Is it always just yellow, or can you have other colors like white?
Yeah, so the font color is always going to be yellow with this version of the glasses. Again, we plan to offer compatibility in the future with other glasses, but with these ones, it's just yellow. But it really works well in ambient light. And if you notice, the lenses on these glasses aren't quite as tinted as other augmented reality glasses that look more like sunglasses. So you get more of the transparent lens, and still are able to see it in bright daylight. So, but yeah, it's just yellow.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Caroline, you have your hand up?
Yes. Are you going to be at the HLAA convention in June?
We're thinking about it. Not confirmed yet, but that's on our radar for conventions.
Okay, if
Awesome.
so, I'll see you there.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you'll have a lot of people stopping at your booth, no doubt. We have 2 questions from Thomas. How does the phone get the sounds from person speaking or TV, etc.? Basically, what is the range for hearing?
Yeah, so it kind of 2 pieces to that. On the more like technical side, it's using just the microphones that are on your phone. So you also have the option to pair it with like Bluetooth microphones, external microphones, if you want. But the sort of baseline functionality is just using the microphones on the phone. As far as range, it kind of depends on how loud the room is, or how loud the audio source is. So in your living room watching TV, you could have your phone just with you and be across the room from the TV, and it should work just fine. In other louder settings, you need to be a bit closer to the source of the audio. So I guess it kind of depends.
Thank you. I'm going to go in order here. The next person is Julie Benson. Can it pick up a conversation that is side by side?
Maybe if you could clarify, side by side, do you mean like the person you're speaking with is to your side, or there's another conversation happening
Yeah, I
next to you?
guess you kind of answered the question before. It depends on how your phone is situated. I mean, if it's facing that person or not. If you're walking along side by side, some of us have a really hard time with that, picking up conversations when you're walking with a spouse or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's probably one of the use case scenarios where it works the best. Like if you're, going for a walk with someone and there's not you're not in a loud, crowded room, just having your phone, in your hand, kind of on the side of you that's nearest that person, you're probably going to get the mics to pick up the audio the best. And that's one of the environments or use cases where we see it really helping is, then you can focus on where you're walking and not have to worry about looking at the person or looking at your phone to get the transcription.
That's cool. Great. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks for the question.
Yeah, that's an interesting question because that is pretty common when people with hearing loss are walking with someone for a walk, and it's really hard to keep up a conversation and watch where you're going at the same time. It's like we're doing double work.
Right.
So, okay.
Or
So
in the car.
exactly. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I'm going to go with Thomas again because his comes right after her, and then Carolyn has her hand up, and then I'll go to Ella. So Thomas is asking the second question. Is there a way to get more than 20 hours per month?
There is, yeah. So we'll offer sort of like add-on packs that you can buy additional time. The reason we chose 20 hours a month was just from our testing. That was sort of the average that people needed it. But if in a certain month you need a lot more and you don't have a balance of hours in your account, we're not going to cut you off, but there'll be the option to purchase more bundles of time. And if you purchase more than you need, again, those hours never expire, so they'll stay in your account for the next time you need them.
Well, that's good to know. And So 5 to 20 feet for his iPhone. Is that accurate? 5 to 20 feet for his iPhone.
For distance.
For distance.
So I'm not sure if that's asking distance from the iPhone or distance from the audio source. But I guess I can answer both. So the distance from the audio source.
Stating what I've found as distance.
I'm sorry.
Typically 5. In the best situation, it was 20. But even a slight breeze from like an air conditioner will actually blow the words away from the phone.
Okay, I see. Yeah. So yeah, it kind of depends, but I'd say that that range is fair. I mean, I've in a quiet room, I've stood all the way across the room and not had an issue, but in a louder room, it definitely gets shrunk down significantly.
Thank you. Carolyn, you have your hand up, and then we'll go to Ella.
I use telecoil with my Kirkland hearing aids and connect to a Roger pen for a microphone. I'm wondering, do these glasses work in that kind of situation? Instead of, say, using my iPhone, I'm using a personal microphone.
Yeah, so we would have to look at compatibility with that specific microphone, but generally speaking, the app is compatible with external mics. So like if you're familiar with the little lapel, Bluetooth lapel mics that you can plug in like a receiver into your phone, and then you have the small lapel mic, that as soon as you plug it into your phone, the app will automatically switch to that being the microphone source. So that works pretty easily, but I would have to look into the pen mic or the Roger mic that you were talking about. But I would say that we're probably compatible with it. We've designed it to work with external mics if people need to.
Okay, thank you. Ella is asking, what speech-to-text software do you employ? Can it translate to other languages?
Good question. So we actually have a few transcription engines working, but the primary one is one called DeepGram, DeepGram Nova 2 to be specific. It's not one that many are probably likely familiar with because they're not like Otter that offers their own app. So it's really just the transcription engine, but they're competitive, if not better than most transcription apps out there or transcription engines out there. So we've found it to work pretty well. And then we also use a couple of other ones for offline transcription. As far as the translation piece or additional languages, the DeepGram has the ability to do that. We haven't finished building that feature in our app yet, but that's sort of next on the punch list for development. So we'll continue to be rolling out updates, and we'd like to offer translation as well as just additional languages for transcription.
Thank you. Where does the script appear on the lens? Does the script move around the lens, or is the lens polarized? Oh, that's one question. Then she has another one.
Okay. So with the NGO glasses, there's a little bit of flexibility or control over the position of the display, but I will say it is maybe not quite where you would expect it to be. So it's not directly within your line of sight, which is a little bit surprising maybe, but we, again, in testing, users preferred these glasses because they actually didn't always want the subtitles directly in their line of sight. They found that to be distracting. So it appears kind of slightly up and to the left. So it allows you to glance over to read the subtitles if you need them. Otherwise, you can kind of go about whatever activity you're doing without having them in front of you. So there's a small degree of adjustment that you can do with that position of the display, but these glasses kind of lock it up into the left a bit. There are other glasses out there that have much wider kind of field of view for the display, but with that comes the bulkier glasses and the wired connection to the phone. So this is kind of the best we have right now, but like I said, our plan is for our app to be compatible with sort of the latest and greatest of the AR hardware that comes out. So hopefully, if you're looking for something a little bit different in the future, we'll have compatibility with it as well.
And are the lens polarized or an effective sunglass?
So this model is called NGO Clear. So as you can see, the lenses are fairly clear. NGO also makes different variants of these glasses that are more tinted and look more like sunglasses. They're actually designed to be like cycling glasses. So those ones, I don't believe they're polarized, but they are, UV blocking. And our app is compatible with all active look technologies. So any of their models of glasses would work with HeARsight. So that would sort of be up to you. But we recommend this version just because, generally speaking, people wanted them in with the clear lenses.
And then the last question she asked is, indoor wearing is as good to see text as outdoor wearing?
Yep. It's, basically the same. So that's another one of the great features of the NGO glasses is even outdoors without the tinted lenses, you still have high quality display. So.
Thank you. Thomas is asking, would there be a way to move the script, say if user loses one eye?
Yeah, so again, we're somewhat limited by the hardware that we work with, right? So the NGO glasses only have the display in visible from your right eye, which for someone who can see out of both eyes, you don't necessarily notice that you're only seeing it out of your right eye. But if you had, right eye blindness or could only see out of your left eye, this particular model of glasses wouldn't work for you. The HeARsight app would still work, and future glasses that have different sort of display technology would work as well. But there's kind of pros and cons to all of the AR glasses that are out there right now.
Thank you. I don't see any more in the chat, but I have another question for you verbally. Compared to other AR glass companies, how would you describe yours as being better or different than theirs?
Than XRAI or Xander?
Correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Those two other companies.
I would say that, we're prioritizing ease of use and comfort. So we chose to partner with companies that are making glasses that we think will work better for people who are deaf or hard of hearing. So, what we found with a lot of the testing that we did was other models of glasses had pretty bulky arms to the glasses that interfered with cochlear implants and hearing aids. So that was definitely something that we wanted to avoid. And then also the cord, the wired connection to the phone was a big challenge for people and just kind of annoying. People didn't want to call attention to it with the cord running down them to their phone. So we were very selective about who we started working with for our first product with ActiveLook. So I think that is a differentiating factor. And then also the ease of use of the app and like getting the whole system to work together was another thing that we wanted to prioritize. Some of our competitors require you to use a couple of different apps to get everything working. And honestly, even for me and my engineering team, that was a challenge. So the expectation that users would have to go through that as well was something that we wanted to avoid. So all in all, comfort and ease of use.
Thank you. And not long after that, Paula had asked, we're thinking the same thing, and she had asked that. She says, how does the HeARsight product stand out from other similar technologies? Christopher is asking, he said he came in late, so excuse if answered. He wants to know, can you use these over RX glasses? And can the app be of use on just phone without glasses?
Yeah, so you can use them over your prescription glasses. I mentioned before, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. That's what I do because I also wear prescription glasses, but it gets a little clunky. So we're working right now on ActiveLook, our hardware partner, is working on a new version of glasses that will offer prescription compatibility. So as soon as those come out, which should hopefully be sometime this year, then our app will be compatible with those as well. Kind of the best that we can do right now is if you also wear contacts, you can wear your contacts with these glasses, and then that works fine. And second question.
Yeah, can the app be of use on just phone without glasses?
Yes. So our HeARsight's product is the transcription application. So we wanted that to sort of stand alone and be able to be used in many of the same ways that other transcription apps would. So the idea is sort of in any environment where you're already using a transcription app, like maybe while you're say at work, seated at a desk using a transcription app, if you want to then kind of get up and go for a walk with a coworker, go to the water cooler, go get coffee, whatever, then you would just quickly turn on your glasses and take that on the go with you. So they do work independently. The only caveat would be the glasses wouldn't work by themselves without the phone, but the phone works, the app works on the phone without the glasses.
And then well, you did mention this earlier, but since he came in late, he wants to know if the app is free to download and try.
Yeah, so we currently it's not available to download unless it's not currently on the App Store, where we'll be launching in the next couple of weeks. But once it does, we'll offer for the monthly membership a 7-day free trial, and for the annual membership a 14-day free trial. So it is.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that's it on the chat. Do we have any hands? Oh, Ella has her hand up. Thank you.
Sorry, I wrote in the chat, with my cell phone, I can only pair 2 Bluetooth things at the one time, and one of those goes to my cochlear implant so that I get the connection, and the other would go to your app. Is that right? HeARsight. Do I need to have a third pairing at the one time? So 2 will be sufficient.
2 would be sufficient. Yeah. The only connection that our app requires is a Bluetooth connection to the glasses. I did mention, like, if you wanted to use an external microphone or something like that, many of those devices have a little receiver that actually plugs into the phone. So they're not relying on the phone's Bluetooth like connectivity. That's a wired connection to the phone. So those types of devices, it would still work. You would only need the connection to the glasses.
Okay, thank you. I believe that's it. Okay, on the chat. Okay, so that's all the questions on the chat. Oh, Ella has another question.
Well, it's not a question as much as a comment. I think they're very attractive, the way that the design you've chosen. they look like cool glasses. They don't look like an accessory that's helping me hear or read. I think that I wanted to compliment you on that.
Thank you. Yeah, that was really important to us as well. As they definitely. I would love for them to look like the glasses I'm wearing right now, and that's hopefully where we're working towards. But in the meantime, we at least wanted them to look, cool. And not like a sort of clunky device. So.
Any other questions? Going once? Twice?
Well,
Ella?
I have a question.
yeah, I just had another question. There are a number of competitors, and what usually happens in any of these startups is one hopes to get to a point where one will either acquire another's technology, or they can sell theirs to a bigger one. So how do you see this future going with that? There are about 3 main startups. Do you think there's like a big party interested, like Google, purchasing everybody's technology in this? I just wanted to see what your vision is.
Yeah, good question. Not sure. Have a lot of thoughts around possibilities. I think it's a very interesting question. The 3, so I would say there's maybe 4 of us now. So there's HeARsight, there's Xander, there's Transcribe Glass, and then HeARsight. And so I think we're all sort of tackling the same problem from slightly different angles. And HeARsight we're probably the most similar to HeARsight. Xander and Transcribe Glass are a bit different. So Xander's, their price point is very, very high right now. I think they're around like $4,000 for a pair. But their vision is to not have to have a phone involved. So everything kind of all in the glasses. And then Transcribe Glass is doing like an attachment to the glasses, if you've seen theirs. And also that would all be kind of baked within that one device, but it looks a little funky because it's, you're not used to seeing something clipped on to your glasses. So everyone's sort of taking a different approach to it. I think that we know at least some of our competitors personally. So kind of aware that we're all, some of us are more cordial, I guess, with each other than others, but everyone is kind of the mindset of like rising tides raise all boats. So, increasing awareness for challenges that people who are deaf and hard of hearing face, and the need for more innovation in the like hearing assistive technology space is interesting. I think that as far as the big players like Google or Meta or Apple, I don't necessarily know that they're that interested in this market. It's a little probably niche for them, but I do wonder if other hearing assistive technology companies, perhaps hearing aid companies, if we can build enough kind of momentum behind what we're doing, if they'd be interested in acquiring some of these types of companies to offer other products and kind of stay competitive in the space as it evolves. But yeah, not sure where it'll go, but yeah, those are some of my thoughts around it, I guess. But I appreciate the question.
Thank you. We'll go to Carolyn. She has her hand up.
Yes, I use telecoil a lot, and I can plug it into any device through the audio port. What I'm wondering is if I plug it in, say to my MacBook Pro, and use it like on a Zoom call, would the glasses caption say the Zoom call? Like I wear a neck loop, a telecoil neck loop, and plug it into my MacBook Pro in the audio port. So would that audio appear on my glasses?
So the glasses are just going to transcribe any spoken words that they hear through the microphone. So if like you're on a Zoom call on your computer and you have the volume, like if it's the speakers on and the audio from the Zoom calls coming out into the room, then your phone app would pick up that that audio and transcribe it, and then you would see those captions on the glasses. Right now, HeARsight's just a mobile application, so not a like web application or a desktop application. So it wouldn't work to pair the glasses directly to your computer. You would have to have kind of the phone as the middle party there.
Well, when you wear telecoil, it's actually coming through the telecoil to your hearing aids. So the audio is not in the room. It's kind of like wearing headphones, basically.
Right.
But it's a telecoil system. And I just was trying to figure out how your glasses work with or without telecoil, how they interface with telecoil.
Yeah, so there's, I guess right now there's no direct like link there. We've been reaching out actually to some companies to, if we could use sort of hearing aids or these other devices as the audio input and just link that directly. That would be great, but we need them to work with us a little bit. So we've been trying to get connected to the right people to make that happen. But right now, HeARsight requires like, spoken audio or anything. I don't know what the right word is, but not something that's getting sort of piped directly into hearing aids.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thomas, you have a question?
Yeah. My feed cut out about halfway through the presentation. Could you put where this is being recorded into the chat, a link or something to that?
Yeah, I'm recording this and I'll put this, I'll make it as a YouTube link and I'll make that available. If you leave your email address in the chat box, I'll make sure that you have it. Otherwise, you have to find it on our website.
Let's see. Oh, Paula, you have your hand up.
Oh, I was just going to say, as I said in the chat, captioning for TVs and at theaters and performing arts venues are becoming more popular for people of all ages. And so I think that having cool functional caption glasses may be an attractive alternative to the venue or even the TV providing those captions for us.
Yeah, I agree. I think, some movie theaters have the kind of caption glasses that do the scripted subtitles on them. But I would say of the ones that I've seen, these are probably a bit nicer and more comfortable. So, and then, yeah, if you're in a kind of a mixed audience that not everyone wants the subtitles, then it gives you that ability as well.
Christopher?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I think this is all very cool. I understand Caroline's looping issue. I have that, but I also understand why it wouldn't work. But you said that it's not a niche yet with Google and some of these other popular names and everything. which I guess is good for you because it gives you the niche. But I would think if I was a hearing person, I would find it really cool and great to have a pair of glasses that I could walk up to somebody who was speaking another language and be able to read in English on my glasses. Kind of like when Google Glasses first came out, the rage was there. You see somebody, you don't remember their name. Wouldn't it be cool if your glasses could do face recognition or bring up your last conversation with them so you can remember what you talked about, and it'll be right there and they wouldn't be able to see it. I can see a lot of cool uses for caption glasses. And let's face it, even when you got good hearing, there's places where you can't make out what people are saying sometimes. But it'd be really great if they suddenly started talking in a foreign language and you could know that. I guess that would be a bit bad if you were listening in on something they didn't want you to know what they were saying, but whatever. I think these are all very cool. I regret that I can't wear them with, if you can see my glasses, you can see these are prescription glasses.
Yep.
You can see by just the look of my eyes through them. I would be useless without them. And no, I don't want to look like a geek, but I am a geek. So I don't mind if they're bulky. You were saying something about bulky. I don't mind if they're bulky, but useful, but bulky as in falling off your face and getting in the way. No, I don't want that. But I wear sunglasses over these and I look like an idiot. So I might as well wear, whatever glasses it takes to get the captioning going. But yeah, it'd be great if they were just beam them onto here, but I don't know if I'd be able to read them on my prescription glasses. I've used the glasses in theaters, and they've been handy. So I could see this working pretty good. That's all. Just a comment.
Yeah, appreciate the comments. Hopefully, like I said, ActiveLook will be able to get their next version that offers prescription lenses out later this year, and then we'll have a better solution for you.
Thank you. Okay, Ella, there's some email addresses for you in the chat box.
Righty, would you type in the link for the invitation for everyone to be part of the little focus group?
Let me pull that up.
And how long are you doing that?
Until we launch. So probably about a week and a half.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me find that.
Can you save the chat in?
There we go. There's the link. Riley, Alan has a comment here. He said he didn't see anyone mention latency.
Yeah, so we like I mentioned, we use DeepGram as our primary transcription engine. It's fairly real time. It does offer interim results, which is kind of similar to the way that the closed captions on Google Meets works, actually, where it'll spit out a word kind of as quick as it can, and then as it gets context clues from the rest of the question or the rest of the sentence, it'll go back and switch words to make it more accurate. So our app does that as well. As far as any lag between the phone, the transcription happening on the phone, and the display on the glasses, that's essentially instantaneous. So as fast as the transcription engine can keep up on the phone, the displays are linked, and so that shows up on the glasses display.
Yeah. Do we have any other questions? I don't see any more in the chat. No. It is what, 8 o'clock your time?
Yep.
So double check. If you look in your chat, there is the link for the form that you need for the focus group to sign up for that. Some people miss that. Can you briefly mention that again, or did you just mention that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so the link I dropped in the chat is just a form to sign up for early access to HeARsight. We're planning on launching in the next couple of weeks, but we could work with people kind of one-on-one to get you the app in advance of that and get you the glasses as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can go to that form and fill it out, and then we'll follow up to get that set up.
Thank you, Riley. Anyone else have a question? We still have a little time. This is all really interesting, and I love the way your company is approaching it.
Thank you. And my contact info is in the PowerPoint. So if you think of any questions later on, feel free to shoot me an email. But I appreciate everyone taking time out of their evening, and hope everyone has a great start to the week.
Riley?
Yep.
Do you mind if I use the PowerPoint on post it with the YouTube?
Yeah, feel free. I can send you a
Okay.
PDF version if that works.
Okay, that would be great.
Okay.
To Paula or whoever you're communicating with, and then she'll send it to me.
All right. I'll follow up with that right after this.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, I don't see any more questions popping up, and if no one has their hand up, we can actually conclude this. Many thanks from all of us. We really appreciate you taking the time to speak with us and describe this innovative technology and how it will help us to understand speech better. We will be sending you a token of our appreciation in the mail, as well as what we do with our speakers. I actually send a certificate of appreciation, and then our treasurer will send you a little token of our appreciation in the mail.
Wonderful.
To say thank you.
Well, thank you.
I believe that should conclude if there's no other questions. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Everyone have a good evening. Thank you. Bye-bye now.